first move into a new house, it's often very difficult to find out who lived there or indeed slept there before. And in today's programme, we track down a previous resident who definitely isn't leaving. Not quite yet, anyway. When Kate moved into her new house last year, she discovered that an old lady had lived there most of her life. It was her sister Natalie who discovered and sensed that the old lady was still walking about. She hadn't left.
I've been here about 12 months now. When I first moved in, it needed a bit of updating and that, but I liked the house. I liked it from the minute I walked in, yeah. Natalie said that when I first moved in, that she said she could sense there was an old lady here that had lived here before and had died here. But she said that she was a friendly ghost and that she wouldn't cause me any harm at all.
But it was Kate's boyfriend Dave, who is a mechanic, who had an alarming experience only 3 weeks ago, which makes you wonder whether the previous owner is still imprinted in the tapestry of the house.
When I was just coming home from work, sat on the sofa talking to Kate, watching the telly, and I don't know why, I just turned round, looked in the doorway, and there was a woman stood there, like dressed in black, white pinny, like light hair, just stood there and just walked away.
We were just sitting watching telly and suddenly Dave's face changed and I said, "What's wrong?" And he said he'd just seen an old lady go through my hallway and up the stairs. I was really shocked because I hadn't seen anything myself, but Natalie had told me about the old lady, so yeah. After that I told Dave about the old lady, but I hadn't said anything before, so it sort of confirmed to me what Natalie had said.
Natalie Thompson is a ghost writer who, after hearing about Dave's experience, came to check out the house.
After I heard that Dave had seen something, I was interested because I write about ghosts, and any recent sightings interest me because they're fresh in someone's mind and they're not contaminated by a long period of, say, remembering from a long time before. So I came here and I tried to interview him, but he was a bit, "Oh no, I don't want to talk about it." Fortunately, he changed his mind, so he did talk about it, but he is the ideal witness because he doesn't believe in it prior to his sighting. He doesn't believe in ghosts. He still doesn't, part of him doesn't, although he knows what he saw that day. So he's the best kind of witness, not someone that goes seeing ghosts around every corner, every shadow, whatever, but he was denying it to himself. He was saying, didn't I, but he knew he had seen it, so he's the ideal candidate for interviewing him. Ideal witness, really.
Not one of these that believes in ghosts at all. I don't, full stop. Someone told me they'd seen a ghost, I would turn around and say, "On your bike," you know what I mean? What are you on, drinking or what? But I've seen it now, you know what I mean? I'm getting different views on it.
This sort of ghost is what I'd term the recording ghost, and it's not actually a spirit entity. All it is a person's everyday movements in a house are recorded in the stone, bricks and stone, and somehow something triggers it off, so it's played back. So she was no more real than them watching an old lady on TV walking across the screen. She was walking into the kitchen, but she'd been recorded in life, and it's played back.
Well, it didn't actually last that long, probably a couple of seconds, 3 seconds. It seems a long time, but actually thinking about it, probably wasn't that long. She was probably 5 foot, I suppose. Light to whitish hair, wearing a black gown, sort of, or whatever, black clothes. Couldn't really make it out, it was that quick. And definitely got a white pinny on with like frills around the side. And just appeared, and then like walked off to, or whether it was upstairs or into the kitchen, I don't know. And I mean, it just took me by surprise, and I just thought, whoa, as you do, like sitting there and just trying to. I couldn't believe it. Just stood there with my gob open for a little while, just trying to work out what had happened and what I'd seen. I couldn't believe it, because I was dreaming. Well, no, I wasn't dreaming it. It's just because I was watching the telly and turned around. It was sitting there, but I saw it was standing there. Oh.
It's not like the sort of haunting where the spirit is trying to make contact, moving things, causing disruption. She's just left her impression on the house in a very real way, and science is just beginning to uncover the way that buildings can record images and sounds. It's more common for sounds to be recorded in the walls, but ghostly recordings are about 70% of the work that I cover. Just recordings, but it doesn't mean it's any less exciting, because it's like the past being portrayed to you. Sometimes very mundane things of the past, but you see the building's history. Hence, say, Roman soldiers marching through a cellar in York, which was quite a famous one about 20 years ago. That was just an image trapped in the stone of the building. This is an image of a little old lady trapped in the walls of this house. They'll probably see her again.
Well, I haven't told anyone else at all about it. I mean, Kate knows, and obviously her sister and whoever Kate's told, but I daren't tell any of my mates or anybody, like my parents or no one. I mean, they just take the mickey out of me, like, oh yeah, seen in ghosts and stuff like that. I just keep it quiet. I haven't told them about like the interview or anything like that. It's just, if they see it on the telly, then they see it, but hopefully they won't.
Well, listening to Dave adds credibility to this tale. Obviously, Kate and Dave could have found out about the previous tenant on their own and made the story up, but Dave doesn't seem keen on making anything up.
Because I knew there shouldn't be anyone else in the house, and it was just like, it was a shock as well. It's just like, just sit there and, what was that?
Normally Dave wouldn't believe in anything like that. No, I think it really shocked him, because he doesn't believe in that sort of thing.
I should imagine they're probably still going to hear her, or whether it'll be soon, I don't know, but I should think they will.
No, you're joking, aren't you?